I want to share with you why the Ascent Network is the best credit repair company in Palm Springs. It's a pretty bold statement to say you're the best at anything. But after 3+ decades, I have come to find that best also means exceptional. And what makes the Ascent Network an exceptional company when it comes to credit repair is the fact that we initially answer 3 questions that everyone has. Over the past 3 decades of doing this, the clients really have not changed. Their questions that they have to me basically are threefold to start with. The first question is, how high can I get my credit? The second question is, how long is it going to take? And the third question is, what's it going to cost? Well, I'm going to divide those 3 questions up into 2 segments. The first segment is going to deal with the first 2 questions, and I truly want to answer those questions for you, but it's very, very difficult and almost impossible, to be quite honest, due to the fact that I know nothing about you at this point in time. Some of you, I may know your names, but that's it. I've never seen a credit report. You've never explained to me your circumstance or your situation. So I really can't tell you how high we can get your scores. But here's what I can tell you, because I do want to answer your question. And that is, the last full year of data that I have available to me indicates a couple of things. Number one, it tells me what the average Ascent client looks like. Now, I don't know where you stand up against the average Ascent client, but what I can tell you is the average Ascent client came to us with a credit score of 565 on average. Some were higher, some were lower, but on average, 565 was the starting credit score. That same average client had between 12 and 18 line item derogatory items on their credit report, or items that were having a negative impact on their credit score. 12 to 18. The breakdown between male and female, that was about 50-50. So that's the average client. That's the baseline of the average client that we started with. That average client saw a credit score increase of 111 points, taking them from an average starting score of 565, average score of 676. Once again, 111 points. Now, to answer question 2, to be fully transparent with you, I'm going to tell you that in 3 decades plus, this is the question and this is the answer to that question that most clients don't like. They really don't. Because most clients, when they come to us, they want their credit scores increased immediately. Like tomorrow's not soon enough. Well, I'm here to tell you, it just doesn't work that way. At least not with a company that's helping you repair, restore, and rebuild your credit legitimately. It's going to take time. It truly is. So to answer that second question, how long does it take? Well, the average client, as I mentioned earlier, 565 credit score, 12 to 18 derogatory line items on their report. We get 85% of those derogatory items permanently removed. Permanently removed within 6 to 9 months of us initially taking on a client or beginning to work with a client. So 6 to 9 months to get 85% of the derogatory items that we target removed, giving them or giving the average credit client a credit score increase of 111 points. So that covers the first 2 questions. The third question is really the easiest, and that is, how much does it cost? Something that I have not mentioned in this answer so far is the structure of Ascent. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but Ascent is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We're an enterprise nonprofit, meaning the bulk of our revenue comes from the sale of goods, products, or services, or fees. Well, we charge fees for our services. However, those fees are regulated by both the state of California and by the federal government. So what that means to the consumer is the state has had to give the blessing on our fee structure that we charge. As a result, everyone, it does not matter where you are watching this video from, everyone pays the same amount. It doesn't matter whether you have one 30-day late or whether you have 50 derogatory items on your credit. It doesn't matter whether you've got 2 bankruptcies, a judgment, a foreclosure, and a repossession. Everybody pays the same fee. What is that fee? Well, very simply stated, we give clients 2 ways in which they can pay us. About 85% of our clients choose the first way I'll explain, and that's our monthly installment program. The monthly installment program works this way. There's a $149 file setup fee. That file setup fee covers 3 expenses. It covers the cost of a tri-merge credit report. It covers an analysis of that credit report, of which that credit report is marked up, highlighted, and every derogatory item or every item that is having a negative impact on your credit score that we're going to work on your behalf is highlighted. You are sent a copy of that summary and of that analysis. So everyone is on the same page from day one when we start. And then the third thing is the third thing that $149 goes to pay is there is a registration fee that is paid to Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, which allows us to communicate with them on your behalf. Once we have been working with you for 30 days, we've already started working with you, and we've already begun correspondence with the bureaus on your behalf. At that point in time, you begin making monthly payments. And those monthly payments generally, and I highlight that word generally are $79 a month, and they're for a period of 1 year. $79 a month for 1 year. Now, the reason I say generally is this. If you're watching this video today and you act on this video, you won't pay $79 per month. You will be entitled or eligible to receive a discount of what our previous rates were, which is a savings of $120 a year. But generally, they're $79 per month. And then there's one other fee that I have to tell you about, and that is when we became a nonprofit in the state of California, which is back in 2009, at that point in time, the state said you can't charge all of your fees up front to a client. You've got to withhold a portion of those fees until the work is actually complete and the items are removed from the credit report permanently. So what our attorneys and what the state's attorneys came up with was once an item has been permanently removed, and you know it's permanently removed because you receive in writing from the credit bureaus a statement that says, Wells Fargo MasterCard ending in 1234, deleted. Once you receive that in writing, that's called a hard deletion. It can never come back on your credit report. Once you receive that, you receive an invoice from the Ascent Network. We call it a performance fee invoice in the amount of $7 per removed item. $7 per removed item. Now, I told you there were 2 ways in which a client can pay their fees. The second way is it doesn't change the way we work on any program. We don't have a concierge service. You don't go to the front of the deck or front of the pile if you pay this second way. But some clients just don't like or can't appreciate paying on a monthly basis, and they want to make one single payment and be done with it. Well, for those clients, they're able to make a single payment of $953, and we waive the $149 file setup fee. Now again, remember I said regularly earlier, clients, if you are reacting or committing to moving forward with Ascent from this video, simply mention this video that you saw, this video online, and you'll be discounted from $953 to $828. $953 to $828. So you're going to get that savings that clients that see the video can take advantage of on a monthly basis. You'll also get those if you choose to pay on a single payment. Those are the three questions that are asked by most clients. I've chosen to answer those questions right up front due to the fact that I want 100% transparency. I want you to know what your expectations should be if you choose to do business with the Ascent Network. And I want it perfectly clear as to what you can expect from us, so there is no misgiving with respect to, you said you were going to get everything off my credit, or you told me it was only going to take 90 days. No, I can't tell you those things. That's why we went into the detail that we did today. But I can also commit to this, and that is, you might not always like what I have to say about credit repair, but what I have to say about credit repair is always 100% the truth. You're never going to get hit up for extra fees. There are no upsells. You have one conversation with respect to what our fee structure is. You have one conversation with respect to what kind of a time frame we anticipate it's going to take to get your credit scores up. But we stand behind that 100%, because it's our goal to get you to the place you want to be from a financial and credit perspective. And if you would like more help from the Ascent Network regarding any of the items we've spoken about today, just look at the bottom of your screen and call that number. We'd be more than happy to talk to you. Once again, I'm Huebner, the Executive Director with the Ascent Network, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video.